Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to BhagavatSanga program. This is our Śrīmad Bhāgavatam program where we read prayers of pure devotees. The current theme is prayers of King Satyavrata. These are from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 8, chapter 24, verse 47, verses 46 to 53. And today we have a wonderful devotees, Abhay, Prabhu and Rohini Mataji, who will be sharing these verses and sharing their realizations. Hare Krishna, Prabhu and Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna devotees. So today, first of all, happy Gopashtami to everyone. Today we are going to share our understanding from verses 47 and 51 from the prayers of King Satyavrata. So we'll start with the prayers first. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Muttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Om Ajnanam Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurvai Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayatem Girim Yatakripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarina Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
So, Hare Krishna devotees. So first of all, we would like to thank Satyasara Prabhu, Jaiswadra Mataji, Veena Mataji, and Prashant Prabhuji for giving us this opportunity to read the scriptures and try to present the scriptures to speak about the prayers of King Satyavrata. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord says, 4.8 text that Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha duskritam. So Lord appears on this planet for protection of devotees and for destruction of the miscreants. He especially descends to give protection to the cows, brahmanas, demigods, the devotees, and Vedic system of religion. So Lord appears in various incarnations to do that. Sometimes he appears as a boar, as a fish, as Lord Vamandev. So after hearing about the Kurma incarnation and incredible Vamana incarnation in the previous chapter, Parikshit Maharaj asked Sukdev Goswami, why did Lord accept seemingly abominable form of a fish? Because Lord is all powerful, and yet he accepted this uncommon form as a fish because fish is considered to be in the mode of ignorance. And we have to understand that even though Lord appears in higher or lower species, but he is above the three modes. He is unaffected by the modes, whether he comes in the fish form or whether he comes in any other form. He is always transcendental. So there are two Matsya avatars that are described in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. The first Matsya avatar appeared in the first Manvantara, where Lord saved Vedas that were stolen by demons Hayagriva and gave them to Brahma. And the second Matsya avatar appeared in the sixth Manvantara to protect King Satyavrata, where he gave special protection to the king. So the king was a great devotee of the Lord and he was doing austerity tapasya to please the Lord. So that is the sign of a devotee. Even though he was a king, he was not doing tapasya to increase his power, to increase the wealth of his kingdom, but his goal was to please the Lord. So when he was performing austerity on the bank of Kritmala river, he was offering his morning oblations. A small fish appeared in the water in his palms, and the king threw the fish in the water. So the fish spoke to him, why are you throwing me in the water, king? Because there are other aquatics that can kill me and I am really fearful. So the fish asked for protection from the king. So Matsya Purana, it is said that the Lord possesses unlimited potency. He is Janardana. That means he gives protection to everyone. And that Lord, he is seeking, begging for protection from a king. So it is not that in the fish form, Lord doesn't have capacity, he is not capable to protect himself. Lord is transcendental, but out of love for his devotee, because of this sweet pastime of the Lord, Lord is depending on his devotee. That is the love and devotion of Lord towards devotee. So then King Satyavrata, he didn't know that fish is the Lord, so he decided to give him protection. and without knowing him to be the Lord, he did that. So that means he did this. So Srila Prabhupada in his purports explained that this such service is Agnat Sukruti, where the king is not aware of that he is doing the service to the Lord. So whatever service we do, any service, whether it is knowingly done or unknowingly done, that service never goes in vain. So the king, being compassionate, he placed the fish in Kamandalu, or the water jug, and brought him to his home. And the fish grew so much. Then again the fish spoke that, please, this is not a king, this is not comfortable anymore. Please place me in bigger water facility. So then the king threw the fish in the well. So the fish again grew in the well also. Again the fish spoke to king, please find a better reservoir of water. I am not comfortable in the well as well. So then king placed the fish in the lake. Then the fish grew the size of the lake. So now again the fish spoke to king, please put me in a largest water reservoir. This water is also proved insufficient. So then what king did is he threw the fish in the ocean. Then again fish spoke, O king, this water is very powerful. It has sharks in it. They will eat me. So please don't throw me here. Now the king realized. Now he got bewildered, because he asked that, who are you? You are not an ordinary fish. You have grown hundreds of miles, covering water, river, ocean. So you are Sakshat Bhagwan, Narayan. And only to show mercy to living entities, you have taken this fish form. So he offered obeisances to Lord. But then king asked this fish, oh Lord, I have one desire to understand. So what is the purpose of you taking this huge form? Then the Lord spoke to king. Lord said that 7th day from today, all the 3 worlds will submerge in water of inundation. And at that time, a large boat will come. O king, collect all types of herbs, seeds, and load them on boat. So, and also take 7 rishis along with you, and all kinds of living entities you shall put on the boat. So it will be very dark, because everything will be submerged under water. But these rishis, there will be light coming from the illumination of the effulgence of the rishis. And then boat, because it's water of inundation, huge waves will be there. So boat will be tossed by the powerful winds. So in that time, what you do is attach the boat to my horn. And how do you do that? By the great serpent Vasuki. And then the Lord disappeared, giving these instructions to king. So now king began to wait for the time which Lord has instructed, because Lord told him after 7 days this all is going to happen. So here we can see that king is patiently waiting. He sat on the kusha grass in a particular position, and he started meditating on the fish form of the Lord. He was not restless that what will happen, whether Lord will come or not. He was patiently waiting and doing his sadhana. So that is the sign of that is how we should perform devotional service. Whenever we get any instructions from our spiritual master, because we don't get we get instructions from Lord through spiritual master, our Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru. So at that time, whatever instruction we get, we should meditate on those instructions, and then have tolerance, and we should not expect the results, or we should not do it for some gain. Just as the king sat and he was meditating on the Lord. And then the gigantic clouds started pouring, water started swelling oceans, and the ocean began to overflow, and it came on the land. So see, king was not disturbed. It is a really scary scene if you think how it would have been. We cannot imagine, but still, just reading this, I was thinking, to sit on the shore and meditate and thinking Lord will come, it's not easy. But the king was very determined. He was very patient. He sat there, and then the boat came. He onboarded, he collected the herbs, creepers. Saintly Brahmanas got on the boat, and then saintly Brahmanas told to meditate on Lord Keshava. And then when he meditated on the Lord, and then a golden fish came, a huge golden fish. The fish had a large horn. And then the king tied the boat to that horn using by Vasuki, and the fish was 8 million miles long. And then king offered prayers that we are reading in this BhagavatSanga. So king offered prayers to the Lord. So the verse that I am talking is 47 verse. Jano budoyam nijakarma bandhana sukhe chaya karma samihate sukham yat sevayatam vidunoti sanmatim grantim savindyat hridayam sa no guru. So in this verse, Lord is telling that how impetus to do any action is in this world. Whatever action we do is because we want to enjoy the fruit of the action. That is the reason we do, because we are conditioned by the ignorance. All material activities we do involve action and reaction, but we cannot enjoy on the material platform. We think that we will get happiness. So that's why in the translation one says that one has a false desire for happiness, that happiness is not it's not true happiness, because just like a hand, we cannot if hand cannot enjoy separately from the body. If you put gulab jambu on the hand, then it cannot nourish the hand. You have to give it to the stomach, and then it will nourish the hand. Similarly, we are part and parcel of the Lord. So when we are part and parcel of the Lord, if we enjoy separately, we cannot enjoy. We have to connect to the whole. Only then we can enjoy. So that is the reason this happiness cannot come to us, because it is based on the false identity, because we are not this body. So what Śrīmad Bhāgavatam says is this is due to ignorance, because we are in the bodily consciousness. So in Bhāgavatam 11.2.21 it says that spiritual masters awakens the sleeping soul through devotional service. It connects the spiritual master, it removes the ignorance by giving transcendental knowledge to the devotee, and how he does, and then the foolish mentality of enjoying is cleaned from the heart. How? Because when he gets the transcendental knowledge, the devotee understands that he is not this body. And spiritual when one performs the devotional service under guru, under bona fide guru, he gives us the sambandha gyan, what is our relationship with the Lord and our position as servant of the Lord. And then when we listen to the pastimes of the Lord, we hear about Lord glories, then all unwanted attachments start to decrease. And so we are less attached to the start becoming less attached to the material pleasure, because the heart gets cleansed of our material desires, our contaminated desires, because of the transcendental knowledge that Guru is giving. And one becomes fixed in the devotional service, and then one becomes free from mode of passion and ignorance, and the impurities like material desires, material lust wipes away, and one comes to the mode of goodness. And when one comes there, the hard knot of affection, which the translation says that the spiritual master cuts the knot. So that knot of affection, because of bodily consciousness, is cut because by the knowledge that Guru gives. And by hearing the glories of the Lord, by chanting all this, the knot is cut, because we are no longer attached, because we are now slowly we start getting purified, because hearing the glories of the Lord. And then when we connect to the Lord through spiritual master, we experience the real happiness. So that is what Srila Prabhupada explained here, that what is real happiness, that we should not be after fruitive activities. Only when we perform action is Krishna consciousness, where we don't have any attraction for result, then and we just perform to please the Lord, then we can become happy in this world. Hare Krishna. So I will give it to Prabhu.
Thank you, Rohini. Hare Krishna devotees. Again, thank you so much for giving me opportunity to share my understanding. I will try to share my understanding about the verse 51. So we'll read the verse. Jano janasya dishate satim gatim yaya prapadye duratyayam tamaha Tam tva avyayam jnanam amokam ajnasa prapadyate yena jano nijam padam. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. A materialistic so-called guru instructs his materialistic disciples about economic development and sense gratification. And because of such instructions, the foolish disciples continue in the materialistic existence of ignorance. But your lordship gives knowledge that is eternal, and the intelligent person receiving such knowledge is quickly situated in his original constitutional position. So, Supreme Lord is very merciful, and he is specially merciful to the surrendered devotees like King Satyavrata. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verse 29, Lord says, Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dveshosti na priyah ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya mahiteshu chapyaham. Translation is, I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. So, Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport of this verse that Lord gives special attention to his devotees. This is indicated by the words Mahite, that means they are in me. They are Krishna conscious. A devotee's consciousness is always into the Lord. So the Lord reciprocates with them. As we see in this pastime, how the Lord personally reciprocated with the king, how he became a small fish and then showed his Leela to become a gigantic fish and then finally instructed him. So, since the Lord is extraordinary, his pastimes are also extraordinary, but they are witnessed only by Lord's devotees. This is the basis of the personalist philosophy, as there is a reciprocal relationship. This relationship is not found in any other philosophy. Let's say in the impersonal relationship or in philosophy, there is no such relationship. Srila Prabhupada uses the example of a gold ring. So let's say if a devotee is magnanimous like a gold ring, which is precious, then the Lord becomes a diamond, which is even beautiful combination that glitters. So both of them, the combination of the gold ring and the diamond, they glitter and they glitter eternally. So therefore, devotional service is not an ordinary activity. It is a spiritual activity. When we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, we are uttering spiritual words and directly in contact with the Lord. Exalted Acharya Narottam Das Thakur wrote a beautiful song named Hari Hari Bifale. And in that song he sings Golokera Prema Thana Harinama Sankirtana. So this Hare Krishna movement is directly imported from Goloka Vrindavan, the spiritual kingdom. We all know that how people are attracted to imported things. I remember growing up back in India, people asking a certain person in a social gathering, hey, where did you get this t-shirt from? It is so nice. And then that person would proudly respond, it is imported. It is made in USA. So my dear devotees, it is a great misfortune that people are not attracted to Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which is the greatest of the imported items into this entire material creation. So let us ponder, why are materialistic people not attracted to the Lord? It is due to their attraction or indulgence with Maya. They are so blinded by the illusory energy that they do not want to come out of it. Just like we cannot convince a hog to not eat stool. Nowadays, people refer to any kind of expert as a guru. There are many people who claim to be experts or accepted as gurus. But we need to know that any expert, whether in science, economy, or medicine, etc., cannot help others to solve the four basic problems of material existence, which are birth, death, old age, and disease. So that does not serve the purpose of becoming a guru. Now, coming into the context of this verse, it refers to Jana, or a materialistic guru. A materialistic guru is a person who is engaged in material activities and promotes engaging others to do the same. These gurus are coming out of everywhere. Just like when it rains a lot and the vegetation starts to rot, the mushroom starts to grow everywhere. Similarly, in this rotten material world, these so called gurus are growing like mushrooms. And what are these bogus or fake gurus doing? For their own material gain and greed, power and control, they are exploiting others by manipulative tactics. They make false promises, they speculate, and then they present the distorted version of the philosophy and then guarantee a spiritual enlightenment. They lie, they deceive people. Recently, in New Delhi, police arrested a self-styled godman who wore saffron clothes to pose as a brahmachari, and he also wore a tilak. He posed as a director of a management institute. He was sending lewd messages to financially poor female students and forcing them to physical contact. This is just one example of cheating gurus. There are many more that never come to light. So, how do people find such bogus gurus? The answer is it is because of their own materialistic desires and greed to make quick profit and attempt to gratify their senses. When one is in this state of mind, the rest is assured that he would find a cheating guru. For example, we all know that Rolex watches are the most expensive of the watches. But if one goes to a flea market with the intention of getting a cheap Rolex watch, he is most likely to find a person who will sell him a counterfeit Rolex watch and the person will be cheated. So such gurus and guides are condemned, as they, as well as their followers, are destined to stay in the materialistic realm perpetually and suffer. Only one who is eager to get knowledge to destroy the darkness of ignorance is eligible to find a bona fide guru. A bona fide guru is not to be approached for material benefits or to cure a disease or to witness magical acts. In Bhagavad Gita 4:34, Lord Krishna says, Tadvidhi pranipratena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshina. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. The Supreme Lord is advising us to approach a spiritual master in the line of disciplic succession starting from himself. Lord himself is considered the Adi Guru or the original spiritual master, and a disciplic succession starting from him carries his message as it is without any distortion and misinterpretation. That is called a bona fide disciplic succession. So Lord is advising us to fully surrender to his true representative and inquire from him submissively. When one renders service to such a genuine guru, the guru is pleased and he imparts the tattva jnana or the true knowledge in the heart of the disciple. In the Guru Vandana we sing Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito. He opens our eyes that are full of ignorance and fills our heart with transcendental knowledge. We further sing Ha ha Prabhu Koro Doya Devho Mohe Pada Chaya. And so this exemplifies the mood of the surrender. We need to plead for his mercy and request shelter of the Guru's lotus feet. Then only he blesses us with the eternal knowledge that helps us come out of this suffering state and reestablish us into our original constitutional position. So, this is what a true guru is. A true guru is one who enlightens his disciples and saves them from rotting into the darkness of the material world. He helps his disciple to return, as this verse mentions, Nija Padam, or to his original home, back to Godhead. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna devotees.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu and Mataji. That was such a wonderful class. Mataji, you started out with beautiful narrating the past time of King Satyavrata and the Matsya avatar. Very beautiful. Mataji, very nicely, one point I picked up from your narration is how you said the gulab jamun's example, and how, just because a hand cannot enjoy separate from the body. So we need to remember we are part and parcel of Krishna, and we can never enjoy away from Krishna. We always, only when we are connected to Krishna, only then can we be happy. So that was an important point. And Prabhu, you picked up the verses, and I really like how you gave the example of import, what really import means. You are right. We would give so much value to the imported products, saying, "Oh, I got this from America," and suddenly your demand in your friend circle goes high because you have a relative or friend there. So, and we are not realizing that. As you were speaking, I also personally realized, like, oh my God, it's so precious what we have, and we're not realizing it. This Hare Krishna moment is imported, and beautifully you sang the Narottam Das Thakur's prayer, bhajan. So yeah, it's so precious we have, and we have to be so careful of all the cheating gurus. And even recently, Arjun Saka Prabhu gave the class on the Upper Sampradayas. So we have so much of that out there, and what we have is pure. And if we follow it sincerely, then definitely, it will help us to spiritually progress. And you highlighted the position of Guru, how important Guru is, and how he is representing Krishna, and how we have to, follow him. So thank you so much, Prabhu and Mataji. That was such a beautiful presentation. With that, we conclude today's program. Thank you very much, devotees, for attending the BhagavatSanga program. We will see you all next week. We don't have class. Next week, His Holiness Rompad Maharaj is coming. So we have a whole week of Krishna Katha, morning and evening. So please come, and we will meet again after a week later. With that, we conclude today's program. Thank you all so much. Hare Krishna.